Is everybody over here?
9 is coming.
I think someone else went to the restroom.
Oh, I think I went to the bathroom. Okay, so are we good?
Yes.
Okay, so I am doing Brusho. Hi. Brusho that's on page 26. This is a really popular stamper that just really is conducive to the techniques that are used. And this is a chart of the original colors with water, original colors with alcohol, and then a mixture of a lot of different colors. Okay, so first, this is watercolor paper that's been pre-embossed and with white embossing powder. The deal is if you use clear on the watercolor paper and you use a lot of water with this particular technique, you might get some seepage of water under the clear embossing powder, so it might blur your image a little bit, but
Really?
it's a great look too.
The white doesn't do that?
The white covers it up. So this is, oh, and I should have done it in there because this is really messy. So you can just spritz a little and leave the speckles, or you can keep spritzing and blend it. And wherever you are doing this on your desk or table, it is getting where you don't know it is. Trust me, it
So
is.
use it in something.
It is getting somewhere, I'm telling you. This will be, you can feel it even. So it's there. I recommend using a little tray or something to put it in. So we're going to let that dry. And then once it dries, you can clean off your embossing images and they show up a little better. And this is, oh, and this is a sample without embossing. That does not have embossing, but that's just watercolor paper with blue and red, and it's blended and over time has blended together. And we're going to add water to the flowers. Obviously, it's dirty blue water, but
Is this clear again? Clear embossing?
this is clear embossing. That was white embossing. And this is white embossing powder. This is clear embossing powder. And this is shimmer paper, which is another paper that works great with it. Hopefully my flowers aren't going to be green, but any other time I would take the time to make sure I'm cleaning my brush, but not today. And then you can just kind of blend it. This is not the greatest image for this, but I love that stamp, so I had to use it. And then we're going to do the same thing with green on the leaves. Just add a little water to the leaves. And where most of the aqua painter techniques, you want to be careful about adding too much water. This one, you almost can't add too, well, you can, but it's hard. And if you face away from the area you don't want the next color, you have a better chance of keeping the powder where you want it. Does that make sense? So I just turn it. And then you can either just let time and water work, or you can blend it together and give it a really splotchy watercolory look. Okay, that looks better when it's dry. Okay, and that is that. And this is just shimmer paper again, and I'm just going to add water to it. Oh, God, no. And you're just going to direct it wherever you want. I like drops. Even little ones. And see, I have not put any powder on there yet, but yep, there it is. Where did it come from? If you really care, clean your space up between additional. And so you can just let it flow, and you can use a heat gun to dry it on the lower settings, or you can really blend it and make a big, pretty background. It's a very, very concentrated color. You'll see on one of the samples that there are several samples I painted with it, And it is, especially the red and the blue, very concentrated. I don't know how to say that strongly enough. It is very, very concentrated. Okay, same idea there. And then this is, oh, my mask. So I need to move him. This is watercolor paper again. So I'm just going to sprinkle with a little blue and some yellow. The yellow's hole is not as big, so it does not come out as easily. I have to really whack it. And then spritz with water. And it makes a cute blend, cute green turquoise look. And then you can take a piece of glossy, which I don't understand why I only have one of these now. And then just lay it on top of the mask that you just did and peel it off. And it makes a cute, funky background.
Oh my gosh.
Very cute. I need to find another piece of, oh, there it is. Lift it up. Thank you.
Good job.
I knew I had one. Thank you. And so this is just Whisper White, and it's not water friendly, right? So we're going to just sprinkle with red, the dreaded red. I find so much red on my table now. It's ridiculous. Yellow and a little gamboge.
Even keeping the mat, you know,
Even,
They're just
keeping them
little
in.
bitty
They're
nuts.
just,
the paper underneath it is still go everywhere.
yeah. Well, I mean, you don't know it's there until you,
It gets wet and then you see.
and then you activate it and it's there.
So in other words, it's not good on carpet.
Oh, just no. Just don't get the carpet wet. Just
If
don't
you
get the carpet wet.
That's what
If you get it wet.
Well,
activates.
Okay, so this is alcohol because it's Whisper White. So it's going to act differently completely, but still a cool look. And because it curls up, they kind of drain toward the edge. But then you just flatten it out, and it can handle the alcohol. Water, not so much, but alcohol works. So that is that look. And this is actually painting with, from a palette, so you just dump a little in your palette, get some water going, activate it, and this is thick white. And then you can control it a little better. I mean, it's true watercolor painting. Cool. Only have one more. That's awesome. Perfect.
These powder colors at work.
I love them. Oh, yeah, I
Paint
bet.
my green in. So they float through the air and
They-
they get in everything. They go up your nose.
Everything.
Go
Like,
everywhere.
they will get up your nose. Trust me. And things will come out a different color than they should. So that's just painting really quick. And then there's one more, which is, this is simple, just glossy paper. And I did it again. I keep doing this, but that's red, so I need this. Glossy paper and water. It has, I'm blocking stuff. Try not to block you.
That water or alcohol?
Water on glossy
On
paper.
glossy.
On glossy. And I don't know why it does these spots, but I like them. And then also the specs. Do you mind flipping that over? So there's a couple of things going on there. Okay.
I'm seeing this online with this.
So there is this, and this one fell off. I got it. And somewhere,
This is on
acetate, or
Acetate.
window sheets. You do the best, Janice. And, so I have a bunch of samples, so I will put them all out. This kind of does a bunch of different techniques.
Yep,
If anybody's
Kris.
a Game of Thrones.
Khris.
Oh, for the Game of Thrones?
I love that. So So she'll be out. And there's a bunch in here I'll put out.
You'll put them out after you get done? Okay.
I'll take them off the board because most of them have posters on the back.